Hey, what's up? It's Weird Beard from Checkpoint XP, back again with more Valorant coverage all this weekend and next. Valorant Masters is happening now, and if you want to find out what's happening, head over to our website, checkpointxp.com. On the line right now, after a tough loss to Gen.G from Envy here, we've got mummAy. What's going on, man?
How's it going, Weird Beard?
Hey, all right. Well, let's start off kind of like talking. This was real tough, and not only that, but you guys have had it feels like you've been the most challenged team in this series, just as far as like you seem to always catch people right as they're peaking. You know what I mean? Like it's not, you know, when you have to play hot team after hot team after hot team. You know, like what's going on behind the scenes with the team? How are you guys feeling right now?
We feel pretty confident still, even though we lost to Gen.G in that series. We know where we lost. You know, they completely antied us on bind, and we weren't able to adapt as quickly as we would have hoped to adapt. But the first map, Ascent, we knew that that's our strong pick right there, so we beat them on that. And then Haven, we definitely should have won Haven. We knew we threw some rounds, and we just, you know, we got to go back to the drawing boards and just kind of clean up these little things so that we can perfect what we were doing. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go back to the drawing board, figure out where we could polish these little things, where we can solidify the round win, and then just bring it out for the next tournament.
Well, speaking of Haven, like even though the score sometimes didn't reflect it, it was chaotic, and you know what I mean. There were so many times where it was just trade, and it wasn't like an extended, you know, oh hey, we try to push here. Like there was even one round on a C execute where you guys were all on C, and then they 5-man executed into C as well. Like you know, how did the communication feel? You know what I mean? Like with all the chaos in there, did you guys feel at least comfortable, you know, trying to address it?
Yeah, I mean the comms usually, we always try to keep our comms up in those hectic situations. Just try to limit the amount of like lower quality information comms and just keep up the higher quality information, like where people are, like what's going on, so that we can be successful when we're fighting. And we kept our cool, you know, like when there's 5 people on the site, we know the plan and their routes of what they should be doing to kill us. So we're trying to figure out how we could prevent that while we're on the site. You know, how many people are there, if there's a lurk, if they're pushing through smokes, what utility we have that we can throw out. So the comms are pretty good there. Our comms post plant could have been a little bit better, and that's where we have to polish up. But other than that, when things are hectic, our comms are usually pretty good, and we stay on top of things.
Now, you guys are one of the, like, OG Valorant teams. Like, Valorant's still not obviously old by any means, but a lot of these teams are still, like, coming together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you even have, outside of the Sentinels change, 100 Thieves has made changes, LG have made changes, like, all these different things. You know, like, moving forward here, are you guys excited because it seems like you've already kind of found your groove? You know, you don't have to spend time, like, other than cleaning up the basics, like you're saying, you're not having to spend time of, like, who the hell are these people that I'm even playing with?
Yeah, I mean, we feel like we know who we're playing, and we feel like we are figuring out more, like more patterns that teams are falling into. And there's a lot to learn from playing the teams, and now that things are more established, we can figure out, all right, this is like a pop team, this is a team that likes to default a lot, this is a team that always has a lurk. Like, we're trying to keep that in our playbook so that we understand how we have to adapt and how we have to adjust and what to expect versus these teams. So for us, like, we know what players do what. We keep a good track record of that. Like, everyone's good individually understanding like who will do what in certain situations and where they'll be, etc. Like, we're very good in that sense about reading, and it's good that we all stuck together for so long and that we've played together for so long, because now we're starting to get more match experience, which is always good for us, because this is still a year-long circuit, and we're in March, so we still have a while to go, and there's 2 more Masters tournaments to go, and then we have Iceland, so there's still a lot to improve for us, but it's nice that we are able to exchange the patterns of enemy teams, and we're able to build on what we have as a team.
And you know, that I think that's going to change here soon, especially getting into this international play. Just give me, you know, we didn't have Astra in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I've peeked around, you know, a little bit in the Korean and Japan and Europe. They're playing like Breach. They're playing Sky. They're, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're playing these crazy comps. How do you
Yeah.
think that you guys are do you need to be changing, or is NA kind of setting the meta for now? Like, are you expecting a lot of changes as soon as international play enters?
I think changes aren't necessary to like. I don't think we need to change how we play to fit into an EU playstyle or a Japanese playstyle. I think more along the lines of that these regions are playing towards their strengths of their player base, and they're just adopting their own way to play, and they're trying to figure out things in their own way, and it's completely separate from North America or EU and Japan. Like everything feels like it's their own individual play style and their own individual defaults and ways to apply utility around the map. So I don't think things will change much. I think it's more along the lines of how we can adapt our playstyle into their playstyle. Stick to our game and see if we have a
Yeah.
stronger game than theirs, and then just hit your shots at the end of the day. You know, so
Yeah.
that's important. Just to hit your shots and make sure that you're playing your game. So I feel like we wouldn't change much going into a global LAN. I think it would be more along the lines of just playing our game and seeing where there's holes and where they have holes and how to just play around it. So
Now, before I
yeah.
get you out of here, you know, I want to highlight a couple of some really bright spots that I saw out of you guys. Not only just in today's matches, but this tournament. Food has been nutso. He's
Yeah.
such a good Phoenix, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
you see some of that stuff. What else do I like? One of the other things too is like the fact that you guys are just feeding him orbs. You know what I mean? Like from early on in the rounds, just to be like, "Yo, dog, just
Yeah.
run it back as much as possible."
It's an MMO, you know. We're MMORPG and that stuff. Getting them farmed up for the end game.
And like that's one of my favorite things when watching you guys is and I always tell people like this, like I'm a CS:GO boy, but
Right.
CS:GO can be so dry and slow
Yeah.
that like the pressure that you guys are putting on, even in matches that you aren't winning, is still so much fun to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That I'm
I agree.
excited to see what you're going to be doing in the next couple of months with it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Valorant's fun, and
Yeah.
we enjoy playing it, and it's much more exciting than CS. It seems like with all the abilities and the agents and everything. So it's nice to give a fresh look and be able to play this game at this level with the players that we have on this team.
Hey, good luck to you, mummAy,
Thank
and
you.
also Envy in these upcoming months. Hopefully we get to talk to you going into these next tournaments. I know you guys are going to be just fine.
Yep. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.